Duglas T Stewart, and you are here for 2 for Tea with Duglas T. And today I'm having tea with my good friend Norman Blake. That's him.
Hello.
Hello. We're going to start off before we have tea and chat by doing a song that Norman and I wrote together with our friend Joe McAlinden. He was also involved, but he's not here today because it's just 2 for Tea and he wasn't invited. This is called Serious Drugs. I said I don't think I can take it much longer. She said maybe your tablet should be stronger. Get some serious drugs. Get some serious drugs. That Toy Town medicine don't make a change. If you want your head rearranged, get some serious drugs. Oh, get some serious drugs. The trouble with me, I can't give in, you'll see. The trouble with me, I can't give in, you'll see. I'd cut up my hair if you want me to. Cut up the finger if it get me your serious love. I got serious love. And I said I don't think I can take it much longer. She said maybe your tablet should be stronger. Get some serious drugs. Oh, get some serious drugs. The trouble with me, I can't give in, you'll see. The trouble with me, I can't give in, you'll see. Okay, pour you some tea.
Thanks,
Oops.
Daisy. All over the biscuits
What is
there.
it? Well, yeah. What's it about teapots? We never seem to be designed quite right.
Especially
for
those silver ones
purpose.
that you get in hotels.
They always spill.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
And
design the perfect.
I know you like very, very little milk.
Just a tiny, tiny, tiny amount. I mean, yep. Oh, that's good.
Right.
Thank you.
I'll take slightly more than that.
Nice little cup that.
And no sugar for you because you're already sweet enough. Is that
I
right?
may take one today.
Oh.
Though. Yeah, just because of I didn't have any breakfast, and yeah, I need some kind of energy.
It's not going to. I don't have any stirrers. I'm not going to use
your
tongs.
Finger maybe. There we are. That's nice, thanks.
And a mini party ring.
I would take a mini party ring. I like these. This is a good biscuit. This.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take one that got damaged with tea.
Size with the cup, fits with the size of the cup.
So thank you. Yeah. Of course you don't stay in Scotland anymore. You're now in Canada, and you flew back specially to have tea with us today. Good.
No.
Well, what I brought is I brought a few things with me.
I do stay in Canada, yeah.
And
but great, thanks.
but I thought we could maybe have a little chat about, like, a couple of them are things but will take us on a trip down memory lane.
Okay.
I brought 2 DVDs that
Great, okay.
are films. People might not know this, but Norman, I've known Norman probably since Norman was 3 and I was 4, and so I've watched lots of films together, talked about lots of records and listened to lots of records together, and books and other things that we loved. And this is a
great one, Mumsy.
Yeah, Mumsy. This is, I would say, when I think of Norman, I think of things that we did together. Watching this many times is up there. And Brimstone and Treacle, not the version with Sting.
With the version with Michael Kitchen, who went on to do Foyle's War.
I know, which I like Foyle's War.
Yeah, it's a good show. Yeah,
very good.
But this is incredible. And we watched this. Well, actually, I think you must have taped it from the TV because, of course, it was pre-DVD.
Yeah, it was banned. It was banned for years from when the BBC originally made it. Dennis Potter wrote it, and it was banned. The head of the BBC at that time saw it and decided it was far too offensive to go out. But the BBC showed it many years later, and after the movie version with Sting had came out, and they showed this version, which is, I think, incredible. And Denham Elliott, of course.
Yeah.
A brilliant British character.
And it's not Joan Plowright, is it? No. Not Joan Plow. What's her name again?
I don't have my specs on. Yeah, I know who you're meaning, but it's it's not.
I've got my specs on, but my eyesight's going.
I forgot the name. The female lead.
Why you have a couple of sips of tea while I'm looking this on here. Funnily enough, it doesn't. Wait a minute. It should do somewhere. Maybe perhaps on the inside, or perhaps nowhere at all.
Right. Well, we won't mention that. We'll probably edit that bit out.
Right, it's not who I thought it was, but yeah. Anyway, the acting's incredible, and I guess it was kind of for mainstream television. It was quite risky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I suppose the premise is the devil bumps into this guy in a street corner, and somehow works his way back to his home. And the man who the devil sort of bumps into and befriends, his daughter has been in a traffic accident. I think. Like I haven't seen this for a while. A few years before, and she's sort of like I think she's like a sort of quadriplegic, or she's certainly bedbound or whatever.
And she's unable to communicate.
Yeah, she's unable to communicate, and then and it goes from there.
And without any kind of spoilers, it's sort of, I guess, a story almost of how, like they're a sort of broken family, and in a strange way, this demonic figure sort of heals the family.
It sort of does, yeah. It's it's an incredible piece of television.
It's very funny. I mean, it sounds, from that you could always think, oh, I don't know if that'd be my kind of thing, but it is very funny, but very darkly funny.
It's very dark, and way better than the later version that had Sting.
And Michael Kitchen is, I think, that
really
is
fantastic.
One of the great performances of 1970s television.
Yeah, it really is, because for me, after this, and I always remember this show, and he seemed to disappear for years. I don't know if he was doing theatre mostly or something like that, you know? He sort of wasn't.
Yeah, you didn't see him as much.
And then, of course, along he comes in Foyle's War. But no, it's incredible. Really worth checking out. In fact, I may rip this from you. I know I'm not supposed to do that, but I'm going on a plane journey in a couple of days, and I was thinking I could maybe get on my computer and then I'll donate some to the BBC or something like that too.
Another film that I remember watching many times, and it's strange because a lot of my friends, I think, all discovered this film maybe late night showings on BBC One.
Yeah, that's certainly where I saw it. Like Friday night they would have something on pretty late on a.
This is a film adaptation of an Agatha Christie story called Endless Night, but it's not. I mean, I do like a good mystery. Yeah. This isn't a typical Agatha Christie. No, there's no Poirot. There's no Miss Marple.
Yeah, it's not. It's more. What's the word I'm looking for? It's more supernatural in a way than.
And psychological as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's,
and we won't give away who done it, because that would be bad. But it's a strange thing, because as I say, I would meet people and become friends with them, and then discover they were slightly obsessed by this film.
Yeah. And
it wasn't like a film that people raved about. And what do you think? Can you think of what might have drawn all of us to it?
There's something cinematographically about it, the way that it's filmed, the way it's put together, and edited, and the music's
the Bernard Herrmann
soundtrack
music
is a big part of it too, I think. And again, like I say, I mean supernatural, but not in. I don't. Not in.
No, there's not actually, strictly speaking, a supernatural element in it, but there's a hint of it. There's a hint of the supernatural in it.
And I don't know because I've never read the Agatha Christie story.
I have.
Right, I don't know how close it is.
It's pretty close.
Right, yeah.
This is slightly sexier.
Yeah.
But it's one of her later books, so it's even the period it's set in is not that different. And it's got the lovely Hayley Mills and the lovely Britt Ekland in it.
Do you know, I think what's really good is you kind of know it's going to be tragic. Do you know what I mean? It's you know, as it goes along, I don't know. There's a sense of.
Yeah, there's a real kind of poignancy in the thing.
There is.
It's strange because it's a kind of creepy mystery, but there's something about it while you're watching it, and I think it's a lot to do with Bernard Herrmann's music. We also should mention two other people that are in this film. Hal Bennett, who I think died last year.
He did, yeah. I thought he'd gone before, but I was thinking of Hemmings.
David Hemmings. I know, I associate the two guys together. And George Sanders, it was one of his final roles.
Yeah, good, I didn't know that. But, yeah.
Because he apparently had this plan that he was going to kill himself. I think it was at the age of 65.
Yeah, and he did that, didn't he?
And then he decided, he didn't want to continue after that, so he was going to check out. But I think it's a great and underrated movie.
It really is. I mean, definitely, if you watch that, you won't be disappointed.
And next, I brought a book that I don't think you've read, but it's what I'm currently reading, and it's Alfred Hitchcock's his Three Investigators.
I don't
it's
know
basically
that at all.
Alfred Hitchcock had this kind of series of books. He didn't actually write them, but he's a character in them, and he has these three young lads who go off and solve mysteries for him.
Wow, yeah.
So they all kind of start off with Alfred Hitchcock going, "Boys, I've got a case I want you to look into." It's not a very good Alfred Hitchcock impersonation there. And there's also a great thing at the start of every book. It kind of sort of has a thing. It's like warning, proceed with caution. And it basically says, if you're of a child of a nervous disposition, this book might be a little bit too much for you. But if you do like kind of that sort of stuff,
up the tension a bit.
Yeah,
that's good, isn't it?
So I'm kind of reliving a bit of my childhood. As I said, I like a good mystery, and I've decided I'm going to reread a bunch of these, and I'm a bit of an Alfred Hitchcock nut. But the reason I brought this was so I could ask you what you'd been reading recently. Is it of a similar vein?
Well, no. What have I been reading recently? Well, I've read a sort of factual book by Luke Harding about the Alexander Litvinenko assassination.
So it's a bit of a mystery.
Similar. Oh, yeah, a bit of a mystery, only with the sort of polonium sort of,
I don't think they ever got involved in that kind of stuff, but
yeah. I've read about, in terms of novels. What did I read? I did read a good novel recently. What was it? I'm going down my pile of books. I'd read Neil Young's autobiography. That's not a novel, but I brought a little pile of books with me. I read that, which was fairly entertaining, Oh, I know what it was. I read Ridley Walker by Russell Hoban. Do you know that book?
No, when you said Ridley Walker, I was going, I've never heard of that author. I was thinking about the name of the
Ridley
book.
Walker's it's set in a post-nuclear,
world.
A couple of thousand years in the future. But it's set in England, what was England, and it's almost as though society has reverted back to this really tribal sort of thing. There are these little groups of people. And so basically the story is about a character, a person who lives in that world, whose name is Ridley Walker. But the amazing thing about the book is that Russell Hoban, he kind of invented a kind of new language. He tried to think about how after the sort of deconstruction of civilization, in a couple of thousand years, the language would have changed, but it would still be sort of based on what we have now. So it takes a bit of time. It's a bit like Clockwork Orange in a way.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
Because at first when I read Clockwork Orange and I hadn't seen the film because it was banned for so long, that kind of threw me and almost made me want to stop. But then
it's good. It's good once you start picking up the language. Then you start to sort of understand. You understand the landscape and the way society's set up. And it's a really fantastic book. I mean, it's really worth picking up.
Well, thank you for the recommendation. And I recommend you can get these. I mean, I got this for something like about 12 pence or something from a. Well, actually, it was a bit more.
12 pence.
I think it was
pence.
I think pence.
So
I think
12 pence.
No, yeah, different colours. Yeah. Originally, it was 45 pence, and to be honest, I think it was 75 pence when I bought it from a charity shop in the south side of Glasgow.
So you paid more than what it originally cost.
Yeah, but I mean, it's valuable. There's actually a few illustrations in here as well.
It's definitely worth
so
it.
I've not quite reached a conclusion. So if you know
cliffhanger
what happened,
is it?
there's lots of cliffhangers all the way through it. Every time in Two for Tea with Duglas T, I'm going to ask people to bring along an object of their choice, and I believe you have brought along an object of your choice.
I have, and I think I've brought something that you will hopefully remember it, and you'll find quite interesting. So here it is. This was given to me about maybe 40 years ago, maybe a bit less, maybe about 38 years ago, by Douglas, who made it.
Wow.
And Douglas made this in school, and I'm not quite sure what it is. I mean, it's a kind of, we could have maybe put the tea in there
and drink it out.
But there we are.
I know, or you could use it. You could use it as a. You could use it as an neti pot.
You could, yeah. You could stick your
stuff in there, and then you pour it out, and that comes out.
That would work. But so I've had that for all these years, and and Kristen, my wife, recently said you have to get rid of that. No, she didn't.
You get rid of that junk.
But no, I just thought you'd like to have it back.
It almost looks like it could be a kind of cursed object in a film.
It does actually.
You have to get rid of it. Strange things have been happening, and these little guys come to life and kind of start scurrying around.
I think you told me it was something like an Argentinian gaucho would stick in the end of his stirrup.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, well, I'd forgot that, but now you say that, I think that is I think it's maybe even called a stirrup pot.
Right. What inspired you to make that? Because I can't remember you being into gauchos.
Or horse riding. I've never been on a horse. Never been on a bicycle. Never mind a horse.
So I was just curious that you would be interested in making a saddle ornament.
I was a troubled teenager, I think, when I made it. But well, thank you for bringing that, and thank you very much for coming along and making music with me and chat and coming along and having some tea with me.
Well, it's been a very great pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Norman.
You're welcome.
Every word you speak knocks me off my feet. I couldn't wait to touch your little ash. Your body tastes so sweet. Every word you speak, it knocks me off my feet. I couldn't wait to touch your little ash. Your body tastes so sweet. Well, the disco boy loves his disco girl, and the rock and roll boy loves his rock and roll girl, and the punk loves his punkette, and the mod loves his modette. But I don't care about fashion. What I love is passion. No, I don't care about her style. What I love is what's inside. So let that disco boy have his disco girl. Let the rock and roll boy have his rock and roll girl. Let the punk have his punkette, and let that mod have his modette. 'Cause I don't care about what she wears. I'm just happy that she cares. No, I don't care about her style. What I love is every word you speak knocks me off my feet. I couldn't wait to touch your little ash. Your body tastes so sweet. Every word you speak, it knocks me off my feet. I couldn't wait to touch your little ash. Your body tastes so sweet. Oh, every word you speak, it knocks me off my feet. I couldn't wait to touch your little ash. Your body tastes so sweet. lots of things need to be resolved.